Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 7 of the My Player series here on FIFA 19. We are at the end of March now. I've advanced a little bit since I last left you. We lost 2-1 to United and 2-1 to Everton since the last episode. We have a game against Cardiff here that we've not been selected for. Then it's an international break. And we're very nearly at the end of the Premier League season now. We unfortunately are out of the Europa League thanks to those 2 defeats to Manchester United. So, sadly, it's quite literally the last few games of the year now before we end up in the summer transfer window. I haven't, as of yet, had any further bids for loan for the end of this season, but it's at the point now where it would be pointless going out on loan between now and the end of the year, because the end of the year is about to happen. So we'll be looking to get a loan move away in the summer window next season. Looks like we're going to get a win here against Cardiff, though, which is at least one positive. Whether Chelsea as a side have European football next season, I'm not sure. It depends where we finish in the league, but if we can have a part to play in where the club finishes in the league, in a positive sense, hopefully, then I would very much like to do that. The club currently sat 7th, as you can see there, after that win against Cardiff, with a game in hand on a couple of teams above, and could go up to 5th, or even 6th if United lose, up to at least 5th with a win by 2 goals or more. No, hang on, plus 14, plus, yeah, no, just up to 5th with a win. And then we'll have to wait and see what happens with regards to Manchester United's extra game. But I'd like to be involved sooner rather than later. We are having an indifferent season, but one that is getting better as we go further along. We started off by not scoring any goals or getting any assists. Then we were started to be involved and get assists. And, an offer from Aarhus. No, thank you. I don't want to go to the bottom half of the Danish league. So we started to get assists, and then we started pushing into getting goals. We've now got 3 goals and 5 assists in 12 competitive games so far this season. So we're getting close now to being 70 rated as well. Training injury, who's that to? That's to Pedro for 3 days. That's not going to influence our first team selection. Another loan offer for me. Who's this from? SCR Altac. Who... I'm getting loan bids. Austrian League. Of course, they're from the Austrian League. Every bid that I've had has been from the Austrian League, the Swiss League, or the Danish League. I've had nothing from England whatsoever, or any of the, not even bigger leagues, but main countries in Europe. Even like a Spanish Segunda, or Italian Serie B, or German second division side I'd consider. But nothing... unless it's like the top 1 or 2, there's no point going on loan to Austria, Switzerland or Denmark, because it's just not going to help my progression. We're currently 2-0 up here against Brighton. I would have liked to have thought we'd have gotten games against teams like Brighton and Cardiff, but evidently the manager doesn't trust me right now, or at least he's quite happy to play a full-strength team in every single game, because presumably this is the only competition we've got left to fight for. We've 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6 games left in the Premier League season. Rather than just continue to talk at the beginning of the episode, I will skip now until when we are next selected, and then I'll run you through all of the results between now, when I've left you, and where we pick up. Do drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. The Newcastle career mode is of course ongoing, but for now, let's concentrate on hoping that the manager puts me into the team. Right, so after not being selected for Brighton or Cardiff, or games of that manner, we have been thrown into the starting lineup against Liverpool. We've since got a 1-0 win against West Ham, a 3-1 win against Brighton, and the 3-0 win against Cardiff. I think I was mid-commentary for the Cardiff and Brighton games. So we played West Ham and got a 1-0 win. And now we're playing Liverpool. Liverpool are top of the table, I believe. Oh, they're second. Liverpool are second in the league, and he's throwing me into the starting lineup now. We are just a single point outside the top 4. So winning this game is of paramount importance. Winning every game between now and the end of the season is of paramount importance. We've Liverpool, then Burnley, Watford, Man United and Leicester. I'd have thought I'd have played against Burnley, but it's Liverpool that we get the opportunity to play against here. We are travelling to Anfield. Come on, Kit, you can do it. There we go. Travelling to Anfield and in the starting lineup. Wish me luck. Firmino, tackled by Christensen. He's done well there. Nice ball forward to Danny Drinkwater, out to Willian. I'm here in support and he'll lay me in. Give it to Kante, who's got Hazard wide left, who he should have used. Poor from the man in the middle there. Would have expected better from a player of his ability. Expected better vision. Keita, oh, this is football. Salah in behind, good save by Kepa. That's what happens when you play the ball into the man in space. Gini Wijnaldum draws another save out of the Spaniard. In the 8th minute, it's a Liverpool corner. I'm on the edge of the box. Naby Keita's going to go short, but they're not going to use him. And Mane knocks that down. Keita will have the effort. Kepa with a good save. Can Emerson keep that in and deny them the corner? No, he can't. Secondary set-piece opportunity here for Liverpool. Whipped in again, and up goes Virgil van Dijk, but he heads the ball wide of the target. 10 minutes in, Liverpool are the ones that are pressing him most. Here's Firmino. Back to Fabinho. In there to Gini Wijnaldum. Oh, Salah. That's a good goal. Emerson's positioning was poor. Just not paying attention to the run of Mo Salah. Liverpool are the league's top goal scorers, we've been told by the commentary team in this game. And Emerson, it's just poor defensive work. Equally impressive attacking positioning from Mo Salah, but his 14th goal of the Premier League season. Liverpool's 57th, I believe. What a poor pass. And we find ourselves 1-0 down here just for the half-hour mark. Not what we needed at this stage of the season. At all. Willian into me. I see the run outside of me, but we'll go back to Willian here. Kante. This is good football. Will it lead to anything? Zappacosta could cross. Still in the box waiting for... he did try and cross it, and he very nearly found me. Willian into the middle. That's past... into Hazard. Hazard will find me. I'll lay that back to Kante. He'll shoot. It's blocked. It'll drop again to Drinkwater. I think that was on target. Virgil van Dijk with the block. Here's the corner. I'm going to run towards the near post and see if we can get on the end of this. Oh, it's a terrible corner. Absolutely woeful corner. I'll still drop in support. Here's Danny Drinkwater into Willian. He'll get the ball out wide there. Nice 1-2. Out to Zappacosta. Willian. Waiting for a cross. Is that a corner? No, it's a goal kick. Underwhelming attacking performance from Chelsea so far. Quite simply not good enough. Call for it from Danny Drinkwater. I'll get it. Willian is out wide. I'll run off the back of him. This is good football. Kante into me. We'll turn. I'm going to need support. Quite have the dribbling to be able to turn away from everybody. Here's N'Golo Kante. He doesn't quite have the dribbling to be able to turn away from people either. Ross Barkley just stood there. Kante and Barkley link up. Kante, Barkley, I'll call for it through the gap. I'll get it. I'll just try a finesse it from the edge of the box. Alisson with a comfortable save, but I mean, I forced him into it. He needed to make the save, and it's more than anyone else has done in this Chelsea attacking performance so far today. Liverpool have Man United next, and we have them in 2 games' time after this. Burnley and Watford, and then it's Manchester United for this Chelsea team. Hopefully we can get 6 points in the games against Burnley and Watford, but on today's performance so far, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting anything other than a defeat here at Anfield. As James Milner comes on for Gini Wijnaldum, perhaps going slightly more defensive now. We'll have to wait and see if that makes a difference to how Liverpool play. If they sit deeper, then maybe it will open up the opportunity for us to get into their half more often. And maybe create some more opportunities. Even if they are slightly more defensive, it may still work in our favour. Or given away. Can't take a play and Hazard around the corner, which he's done. I've called for the cross. It's delivered well, but I probably shouldn't have called for it when I was so close to Virgil van Dijk, because obviously he's going to have, despite my extra height, I couldn't quite get there. That's probably a yellow card for me. Virgil van Dijk's always going to have the aerial presence and strength over me. Mo Salah looking to break in behind Emerson. He's gotten the better of him once for a goal today, and he's getting the better of him there as well, but it hasn't yet led to a goal. Here's Fabinho. Could use Salah again. Gets it inside to Keita. All that might drop for them, but we have managed to scramble it away, and Kante will keep that in. But then, so will Grimaldo. Back there to Fabinho again. This is good football from Liverpool. Fabinho picked off. Counter-attack is on. Just going to try and churn the legs. We'll get that out looking for Willian. We found him well. Can he get the ball back into a central position? Yes, he can. I don't know why he tried to play it through the air towards me, though, when I came short to feet. And the chance goes. Really good opportunity for a counter. We could still win the ball back here, but no, we're giving it away again. But we have won a free kick. Okay, it's a start. Alberto Moreno coming on for Liverpool for Dejan Lovren. Ball whipped in. It's headed my way. Won't let me get to the ball, though. Wouldn't let me lock onto it. That is just lofted towards an area rather than actually towards me. 15 minutes to go. This disappointing Chelsea performance looks very much like it's continuing to lead towards a 1-0 defeat.
They'll be full of confidence, I think.
Naby Keita across to Mo Salah. Time's basically run out for us now in this one. Liverpool are going to be the side that get the victory at Anfield by a slim margin. We've not really done much offensively in this game, and it has shown the frailties of this just poor formation. The 4-5-1 just doesn't seem to work for the AI, but manager won't change it. He seems very, very set in his ways, and he wants to use the 4-5-1, and it just didn't quite work. I only got a 6.8, although that was probably one of the highest ratings of any of the players that were on the field in a Chelsea shirt, unfortunately. I am surprised the manager chose to pick me for that game because of the magnitude of it. So we'll see what happens with the remaining games of the season. I might find first team opportunities between now and the end of the Premier League season be limited because of my personal lack of impact in that game. Although I did have a part to play in everything that happened. We dropped for the game against Burnley, and it was Watford after that, then Manchester United. So we'll simulate forward again, and if we get another game before the end of the season, great. If not, we'll head into Season 2, and we should hopefully be able to get ourselves a loan deal to someone outside of the Austrian, Swiss or Danish leagues once we get into the next transfer window. Just a quick update, I've trained here, and we have now gone up to 70 rated, so we're into the 70s at last. That should make a big difference. At least I'd like to think that will make a big difference when it comes to getting better clubs coming for me on loan. We're certainly of a championship standard right now. Again, the loan bids continue to be completely unacceptable. I don't even know who that is or what league they're in. I'm going to Google them. Zag. I don't know how to pronounce it. I presume by the I presume by the accents on the L there that it's a Polish team, and indeed they are Polish. I will reject it. I don't really feel like going on loan to the Polish league for a month, to be completely honest. Let's have a quick look and see where they are in the league. I guarantee you they're in the bottom half. They almost always are. Oh no, they're third. They're third. Fair play. Third in the Polish league, but to be fair, if I can play one more Premier League game before the end of the season, I'd rather do that than play 2 Polish league games, to be completely honest. We're still growing well though, so into the 70s, and that might be why that loan deal was from somewhere else. Ricardo Rodriguez is back from loan as well. We might well be selected for this game against Watford. We have a loan offer in for us. Training injury as well. That's the Davide Zappacosta. Rodriguez is back. Wisla Krakow. Okay, so now we're 70 rated. We're getting loan deals from Poland rather than Austria, Switzerland and Denmark. I don't really want to go to Poland. We're selected here against Watford. The league is as follows. We are 4 points behind Manchester United and Arsenal with 3 games to go. So we can still finish top 4 if we win. Well, in fact, we will almost certainly finish top 4 if we win all 3 remaining games of the season. So considering one of them is against Manchester United, we just have to hope that we can get the win against Watford here, beat United and then beat Leicester. So this is going to be my second game of the episode. And fingers crossed, we can get ourselves 3 points.
Bad memories,
call forward into me. Just get that back there to Kante. I'll call for it again through the gap. They'll play me in. We've turned well enough and passed the defender too. I'll just get this out wide. Willian could maybe work it back in towards me. I'll call for the cross. There it is delivered, but a defender's in the way. Give me a bad call for pass out, and I'm down hurt. Not good news. Back to my feet, which is at least something. Am I able to continue? I'm waiting to be able to move around. There we go. Okay, so I'm all right to continue. First potential injury of our career so far. Will that affect our performance for the rest of the game? I'm not sure I'm going to try and win this header there, but the defender had the positioning on me. We've kept possession though. We've done well. Oh, he tries to get that into me there, Van Ginkel, and just rebounded off the defender. Here's Eden Hazard looking for Kante again. It's been a bit disjointed in attack so far in today's episode, not just this game, in the opening 10 minutes. We've got the injury, of course, to deal with now as well, but hopefully it won't affect our performance. 15 minutes in. Oh, if I could have stolen that away, I'd have been in. 15 minutes in, it's Watford 0, Chelsea 0. And Purdue have called for it. I'll get it. We'll show some good strength. We'll slot Willian in. This is a good move now. It's 4v4 at the back. Ampadu with a shot that's really, really tame. He should know better than that. He's not good enough to hit that on the volley first time and score a goal from there. He should have taken a touch and tried to feed it myself or Reed Nazard, but the inexperience of youth showing itself there. Kante's done well to even challenge for that header, let alone win it. And hopefully we can build something else before half-time to give us the impetus to push forward and get the victory from this game. I've got Kante alongside me. I was trying to feed that to Ampadu, but unfortunately the defender stuck a toe up before I could play the pass. Here's Roberto Pereira. They're going to go on the counter-attack and actually score. At the other end, no. Intercepted by Christensen as Dini's pass is too poor. Emerson to Van Ginkel. I've called for it. I'll get it. We'll just go back to Ampadu there to ensure we keep possession for the time being. Forward to me. I've got Willian there with me. Had to be wary of the offside trap. Call for the line. Call for the ball down the line, sorry. He's played it into me. Where to go? I'm just going to dig that into the middle there, actually. And we found Eden Hazard. He's put it through to Kante. That's a great move. And that's Chelsea 1, Watford 0. My ball round the corner to Eden Hazard. He then plays it on once more. And Kante with a nice finesse finish into the back of the net. It's exactly what we needed when we needed it. Nice ball. To be honest, I just tried to loft it and he's just whipped it there. Finds Hazard. Lovely through ball and a first time finish. Of decent quality is what my guy's still running along holding his shoulder. Hopefully I'm not out for too long. I don't expect to be played against Manchester United, but I would like to play in the final game of the season against Leicester and have a part to play in Chelsea's potential Champions League qualification for next season. We'll have to wait and see how things go. But we certainly had a part to play in that goal, and that's a goal that's given us a 1-0 lead at this stage just before half-time. We might find ourselves on the end of an opportunity to maybe get another one before half-time as well. I'll call for the cross. Ampadu could play it in. Here's Kante. He's shot, and it's going to drop free to a defender who's hacked it clear. I've been taken off at half-time. That doesn't bode well for my health. I'll simulate the rest of the match, and hopefully we'll still get the victory. 1-0 up at the break, and fingers crossed things at least stayed the same, if not improved from there. And they stayed the same. So we're able to get the victory. Enforced break is going to keep me out for 5 days with a bruised shoulder. Okay, well, I didn't expect to be selected for Man United anyway. And Man United have dropped points. I just noticed from the league table as well. Our Champions League future is in our own hands. Beat United and beat Leicester, and we'll be in the Champions League next season. Lose to United here in this next game. I'm in Team of the Week. Hello. How have we managed that? I mean, I'll take it. A loan offer, another loan offer for me. This one from Lask Lins. No, thank you. Lot of accomplishments being awarded here. We're not selected for the game against Manchester United. I'm not sure what that's going to do for my overall rating. Those accomplishments being in Team of the Week. Oh no, we need a win from this game. We've immediately gone 1-0 down after 3 minutes. Not good. Come on. Get yourselves back in it, boys. Our Champions League, your Champions League, more to the point, future, hangs on this game. Mario Gaspar makes it 2-0. That's going to be Manchester United qualifying for the Champions League and probably Chelsea finishing 5th. Regardless of what we do against Leicester on the final day of the season, it's a 2-0 Manchester United win. Quite simply, not good enough. And that will indeed be Chelsea finishing a maximum of 5th and could yet finish 6th outside the European spots if Manchester City get a better result on the final day. We shall continue training here and we'll go up a little bit more, but we're 70.5-ish rated now. And I'd like to think I'll be selected for Leicester. Although we will find out in due course. Another loan bid for me. We have been selected for the final game of the season against Leicester. I've had an offer from San Martin. I shall reject that. This is the final game of the league season. The final game of season 1 as a whole. Let's jump into it and see if we can't cement Chelsea's position in 5th. Let's have a look. Goal difference, actually. What's goal difference? It's frustrating that you can't actually see a plus or minus figure for goal difference on the league standing at the minute now with the fix this thing alongside. You actually have to work it out maths-wise. Well, City's is 10, 48-38, and ours is 16. So a draw would be enough unless City win by 7-0, or by 7 goals on the final day. A draw would be enough against Leicester to guarantee 5th and Europa League football for Chelsea next season. But it would be nice to win. As a 70-rated player, let's see if we can get a victory. Corner for Leicester. Kingsley Coman to take it. 9 minutes before half-time. Whipped in. Headed on by Harry Maguire, but comfortably saved by Willy Caballero. I've called for this. And it's my head of my way. I've done well to win the header there. Very well to win the header there, actually. I see Willian on the far side, but I don't fancy my guy's passing ability to be able to actually get it to him. Can't say. I'll drift central now. Get myself back in the middle for the potential to be played in. That touch was good. Trying to power past the defender. We've got +1 on my skill moves now. I don't know as I beat him with skill there, but apparently that's what the game registered, so I'll take it. Kante to Hazard. Hazard trying to find some space here. Finds Kante. I think that was a pass to me, but it was nowhere near me. Oh, dearie me. Trying to play the interlinking and intricate passes around the edge of the box, and it's not really working that well. But our rating's still doing okay, and we're picking up accomplishments as well. I'm not sure what my star skills or my weak foot are. I think my weak foot is still just 2, and my skills might be 3 now. I'm not sure. I've called for that from Ampadu. Probably shouldn't have, but we've gotten it from him. Get that there to Kante. Kante to Ampadu again. Down the line there to Hazard. A call for the cross. He's dinked it in. And with a header, we flicked over the keeper and into the back of the net. And we're onside. And it's a goal in stoppage time at the end of the first half to give Chelsea a 1-0 lead against Leicester. They were the first team we scored against this season. And considering this is the last game, they will be the last team we score against this season as well. I really wasn't sure about the offside line there. But actually a very well taken headed effort to flick it backwards and looping it over the goalkeeper. We've got the run on the defender. I think it's Pereira. And it's just looped over Kasper Schmeichel. He's tried to get there, can't. And he's going to drop inside the back post. 1-0 Chelsea, and we get the goal. Corner for Leicester. 5 minutes into the second half, Ghezzal delivers. And Vardy does well there against Ampadu. Perhaps too well for my liking, but thankfully it was safe and into Willy Caballero's hands. I'm going to try and get away from Johnny Evans here. I'm not the fastest, but we're doing okay. We'll do a step over and dance inside, and we could. Maybe. Oh, I was in 2 minds as to whether to keep going all the way myself or play the pass, and in the end I did neither. Just ran straight into a defender, unfortunately. Nice tackle on Ghezzal there, and somehow we've been able to get a throw-in of our own. Ampadu off, and Kovacic's coming on. That's a positive move by the manager, replacing a lower rated player with a significantly higher rated player. Hopefully that means that we can push and try and get a second goal in the remainder of this game, although 1-0 will be enough to see us finish 5th with Chelsea and hopefully get a decent move at the beginning of next season. The ball, help it on to Willian. This could be an opportunity here. Dinked in towards me. I went for the header. Oh, God knows what pass that was from Emerson. I mean, it was first time on the volley on his right foot, so that's the sort of situation where you do expect a pass to go wayward. Nice interception, though, by Dani Carvajal. Instantly noticed the difference, having Dani Carvajal at right back to Davide Zappacosta. He's been so much more solid defensively and more effective offensively as well. Zappacosta tries his best to get forward, but never actually does anything with it when he does get into the final third, really. Dani Carvajal has picked his moments to get forward rather than doing it all the time, and it's worked really well. I'll call for it for Danny Drinkwater, and he will find me, and I'll help it on its way there to Hazard, who draws a good save at the goalkeeper, and it will be cleared away eventually by the defender, although there's 3 of us here putting him under pressure. But he skipped past me well there, Ben Chilwell, and will clear the lines at the back. Dani Carvajal does well to win that header, though. We could maybe get the ball forward again. Here's Eden Hazard back to Kante, to Hazard. I'll call for a through ball, could slot me in. Call for it again, just when we saw I get it. And we're in the box. Oh, good save by Kasper Schmeichel. Couldn't keep the shot down. And his arms were in the right place at the right time. Now Coletti's in behind. We're going to go from maybe making it 2-0 to getting pegged back to 1-1. It's Kingsley Coman. What he's doing at Leicester, I'm not sure. Into Coletti, across looking for Ghezzal. Forced him a little bit wide. Cross could come in. There it is. And Vardy's own goal. Own goal. I praised Dani Carvajal throughout this game, and now he's scored an own goal, as we very nearly made it. Oh, he's gone to head it, and he's missed the ball, and he's hit him in the chest, I think. Let's have a look at the replay. He's gone with his head, missed it with his head and it's hit him in the chest and went into the bottom corner. I could have made it 2-0 at the other end. And as I said in commentary, it has now been pegged back to 1-1. It is still a result that will see us finish 5th and ahead of Manchester City. But I really would have liked to have scored the winning goal against Leicester in a 1-0 victory 2 games in a row. I very nearly scored both goals in a winning game against Leicester 2 games in a row. But unfortunately, my shot was saved. They went on the counter. And Danny Carvajal, unfortunately for him, and unluckily for him, has found himself scoring an own goal. It's not gone well at all. Here's Eden Hazard into Kante and given away to Ndidi. And down the right-hand side, Leicester may even look to win it in the final stages, and that really would put 5th place in question. Ricardo Pereira given away to Emerson. That might be enough to see us get victory, but Pereira's won it back again, and Vardy's up. Rudiger with a big, powerful header. Well, if that had gone in from Ndidi, I really would have just given up. As Piliqueta, there we go. Finally, the final whistle goes. It's a draw against Leicester. It will be Europa League football for Chelsea next season. The Leicester fans and players were celebrating quite wildly there at the end. I'm not really too sure why. We got a goal! A very nicely taken goal as well. I'll be very pleased with that. Our 2nd headed goal of our career. Manchester City won 3-1 against Brighton. So if Leicester had scored at the very end there, we would have finished 6th. As it happens, it's 5th place for Chelsea. We'll have a quick roundup at the end of the season to show you how everybody got on. In fact, what I'll do now is I will advance until the end. I'll advance until the end of the season because I can then train every week. And then when we get to the 23rd, we'll have a quick recap, see where we are ratings-wise, and have a look at how everything else went down. And then I'll think about what's going to happen next season in the loan window. Right, training on the final week of the season, we have been able to go up to 71 rated now at the end of season number 1. The Premier League table ended as follows. We finished 5th on goal difference ahead of Manchester City in the end. Spurs won the league. Tottenham by 3 points ahead of Liverpool, by 3 points ahead of Arsenal, by 2 ahead of United, and then in the end, even if we had beaten Manchester United in the penultimate game, we still wouldn't have ended up finishing in the top 4. Chelsea 5th, thanks mainly to the extra draws. Arsenal somehow lost 11 games and still ended up 3rd. Won more games this season than anyone else. Only drew 4. A difficult season for Chelsea. Manchester City won the Community Shield. I don't think I was involved in that, was I? In the FA Cup, it was Manchester United by 2-1 against Liverpool. In the Carabao Cup, it was West Ham on penalties against Leicester. That was the pre-season tournament. European Super Cup was Real Madrid 1, Atletico 0. Champions League, Bayern beat Juventus by 2-1 in the final. In the Europa League, Liverpool won by 2-1 against Inter Milan. We, of course, knocked out by Manchester United in the round of 16, who then lost to Liverpool, who then won the entire tournament. So congratulations, Liverpool. Well done. And then it's the qualifiers of the European Championships that we're not too bothered about because we're not involved in international football right now. So let's have a quick look at the squad reports. We can show you my overall stats. Up 7 ratings this season. Acceleration is still only up 1, which is frustrating, but sprint speed is up 8 to 75 now, so we are getting quicker. Strength up 8 to 78 as well. Finishing is up to 75, up 9 this year. We've grown very, very well with all of the training. Short passing up to 77. We're turning into a great all-round player. All things considered, a decent first season for us. I would have liked to go out on loan to a side of decent quality. That didn't present itself. The opportunity didn't present itself to us, but with 3 goals and 3 assists in 9 Premier League games and 1 goal, 2 assists in 3 Europa League games, and an average rating of 7.4 across 18 games in all competitions, I think we have to be pleased with that as our first season. I'm desperate to get a decent loan move in Season 2 in the summer window. Hopefully we can get some teams that are of higher quality than mid-table Eastern European sides. We shall have to wait and see. But that will be in the next episode. We shall start Season 2 in the next one. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content, whether it's this series or the Newcastle United series, which will of course be out later on this afternoon. But for now, I'll see you next time.